Welcome to the 10-point purchase plan, why you should buy or not buy Dead or Alive 5 Final Bout. Now, just so you guys know, I love fighting games. I play the heck out of fighting games. But that doesn't mean that I'm good at fighting games. So we recorded all of this footage on our Elgato HD60, and we're not the greatest. But I think we put a pretty good effort into it. So let's get right into the 10 points.
Reason number 1 to buy Dead or Alive 5. The combat in the game is super fluid. From the dodges, the flips, and the kicks, this version of the game is cranking out at 1080p, 60 frames per second, and throughout my entire experience of playing it, we never had an issue or hiccup. Reason number 1 to not buy Dead or Alive 5 is the DLC is massive. The game loves taunting you with stuff that you can't have. While there is plenty of costumes and things to unlock in the game itself, there is a giant big ad right on the top page of the game saying buy new costumes now. Each costume is going to run you $2 or $15 for all of the costumes for your favorite fighters, and if you're a true completionist, then you're looking at well over $150 to get everything. The second reason to buy Dead or Alive 5 is the counter system creates a game where you never feel like you're being cornered or cheated by an overskilled player. Every time you feel yourself being beat into a combo, you're just sitting there saying to yourself, I can counter this, I can do it, damn it, just counter this. It's a sort of fun frustration in my opinion. Reason number 2 to not buy Dead or Alive 5 is the fact that some characters are very, very fast, while some of them are very, very slow. If you're a newcomer to the series, picking up a slow character will require you to become very skilled in countering very quickly. Otherwise, you're going to find yourself destroyed by some super speedy character. There isn't a clear indicator as to which characters are good for newcomers and which ones are good for old-timers. So the fact that you just kind of have to jump in there and wing it, in my opinion, I hold that against the game. The third reason to buy Dead or Alive 5 is the story mode. Very few fighting games actually take the time to give you a fully voice-acted story mode where you'll play through as various characters. It's very much how Mortal Kombat did theirs, and this is a trend that I really hope fighting games do from now on. Reason number 3 to not buy Dead or Alive is the lack of additional features. You do have the basics, story mode, fight mode, arcade mode, survival mode, but outside of that, there really isn't anything extra to do. This gives you a core fighting game experience, which a lot of people will love, but if you're looking for one of those games with a whole bunch of bizarre minigames to be thrown in, this isn't it. The fourth reason to buy Dead or Alive is you don't have to. The game has a core pack that is free. You just go download that and boom, you're playing Dead or Alive right now. If you enjoy the game, purchase the full version or upgrade it for a low price of $40. The fourth reason to not buy Dead or Alive 5 is because it isn't a massive upgrade from the previous version. You'll get some new characters, 2 of them I think got included for this version, and a solid 1080p 60 frames per second, but if you were a junkie on the last game in the series, then this latest version is just a prettier version of what you've already played. It's so close to the original that it'll even let you load up your old save. So if you burned out on this game before, this doesn't bring very much to the table. The fifth reason to buy and not buy this game is the women. Now don't get me wrong, I am a guy and I do enjoy beautiful women, but at the same time, this game takes it to a completely new level of objectification. What was once a solid fighting game about countering and combos has become a game all about how close to naked can I get these women. The reason I make this the reason to buy and not buy at the same time is because it's honestly entirely up to you. My opinion doesn't really matter at this point. You will not be able to get around the half-naked women fighting in this game. It's just impossible. They're everywhere. So if that type of thing bothers you, then this is definitely a reason to avoid the game. But if you don't mind that, and you can find the humor in a girl dressed up as a reindeer kicking some guy's butt who's dressed up like an alien on a castle wall, then that's a reason to pick up the game. It really comes down to if you can put up with the way that they treat the women in Dead or Alive. And now it's time for my end thoughts. As a remake with some additional features, this has to be one of my favorite games because it has a lower price tag and a free-to-play option. But this game doesn't really bring much to the table for people to return to what was once a premier fighting game. As the times have changed, so has our Dead or Alive women, and things have just kind of gotten stupid skimpy. So if you're not a fan of half-naked women, I'm sorry, then maybe you should be waiting for Mortal Kombat. If you want to discuss this video, go ahead and hit me up on Twitter @EligibleMonster, and I will see you guys next time right here.